Hello, all. Rosalie here from rosiesjourney.com, and I wanted to share briefly this 13-day cycle that we started on January 1st, which is going to January 13th. According to the Mayan calendar, they believe in going through a 13-day moon cycle period. And the background, the Trasena, is Akbal, this one. And actually, on January 1st, we started with also Akbal. So it was very interesting considering where we are, the season we're in. We are in the season of winter, which has to do with death and regeneration and healing and slowness and stillness. So I thought it was most fitting to we start this new 13-day cycle with Akbal. Now, a lot of people believe that, according to the Gregorian calendar, that January 1st is the new year, but it's really not when you're following nature's cycles and season. The new year starts in the spring. I just want to say that. It doesn't make sense. With the Gregorian calendar, it throws us all out of our natural sync because we are connected to Earth. We are connected to nature. We are supposed to be in sync and following the Gregorian calendar with certain belief systems with that. It takes us out of sync with the natural cycles and rhythms that our bodies want to be in. However, we are gradually coming back into that as more and more people are awakening on their ascension journey, on their spiritual path in their own unique way. So this time period that we're in, specifically with Akbal, I want to tell you a little bit about Akbal. So Akbal has to do with the night. That's why you see it's nighttime. It seems like there's a moon around here. This symbol, this glyph depicted in this one, although sometimes there are different variations of it, but this glyph, the qualities of it has to do with being a conscious dreamer, the abyss, the mystery, finding sanctuary, serenity, looking within, enclosing darkness, the journey into self, stillness, dream time, dream field matrix, and dream exploration. This symbol, what does it look like to you? It's kind of depicting the symbol of a womb inside of here. It also can depict an abyss, a dark cave, or even a bat in some cases. The color black, which has to do with creation energy, dark feminine energy, which is not a bad thing. All things are created in darkness. So we're in this time period of winter, which has to do with slowing down. Things are dying. Old parts of us are leaving. So this is most fitting for us to be in this new cycle, 13 moon cycle, exploring these parts of ourselves. Plus we're in Mercury retrograde, which is forcing us to look within, to review how we communicate with ourselves, how we communicate with others, our inner talk, but also reviewing choices we made, if they're most fitting with who we're becoming and the parts that we've let go of ourselves. I will get into this other card, Mama Killa, but I want to just highlight that when I was doing my personal reading, this card came out as a power goddess assisting me during this time. But I felt also when I was connecting with this card that she's also helping the collective during this time as well. And she is an Incan moon goddess. So the moon has all to do with, when you follow astrology or just know a little bit about it, the moon signifies our innermost beings. It controls the tides. As you see, there's water here. So I thought this is most fitting, and then I felt to put it within this big moon right here. But that's your innermost being, your emotional self, your emotional authority. So we're reviewing the innermost parts, going into the abyss of ourselves, going into the wombs of ourselves, remembering the darkness within where all things were created, to look within, to rediscover parts of ourselves that we may have overlooked, that we may have forgotten, to then, after this moon cycle, to come back out and integrate these new parts within ourselves. A little bit about Akbal that I want you to think about. One of the things it says to discover is enter into the sanctuary of self, the arms of enclosing darkness, the tunnel. As you enter it, always seems dark at first. I feel collectively a lot of us are feeling that in many ways. We're like, I don't know what to do. But we do know what to do because we're following our innermost selves. Enter the enveloping darkness of the womb of self. Sit in stillness there. The internal journey of introspection and integration of the mystery has begun. Free yourself to look fully at the present situation from a subjective point of view. Receiving Akbal indicates gifts from going inside to the place of potential where all dreams, ideas, and possibilities exist. Enter into the potency of the Dreamtime Matrix. When we're in this winter season, we're tired. Our bodies don't want to do a whole lot. That is on purpose for us to go within before the new year in the springtime to birth all the things that we've discovered within ourselves. That was me. That wasn't part of what I was reading. But here's what it's saying about the Dreamtime Matrix. Learn to utilize this dream time where there is no distinction between then and now, real or imagined, dream or dreamer. All that you are, all that you believe, hope, and dream creates your personal dream field. In that field, there are no victims or blame. You are now attracting those elements to your field that will create completion and wholeness for you. Become lucid in life. If you choose to follow this, you're being asked to cross the boundaries of your own growth edges. Because a lot of us are changing and evolving. The old ways of our being is no longer suiting, so we're going back into this abyss, into the womb of self, to re-examine the lost parts of ourselves, to then rebirth new. So, the growth edges, we've come to this edge, but when in the stillness within yourself, potent gifts form in the darkness, creation energy, feminine energy. Be willing to embrace and follow your process into the void of seeming pain and discomfort to the place of the mystery. Sense the possible answers and receive the insights being offered as the unconscious reveals itself. Pay attention to your dreams. Potent treasures await you in dream time, where the mystery of enclosing darkness reveals its face. This is the 13th day period we're in. The day I'm recording this, we are in day 2. January 2nd is day 2. So just know that day 13 is going to be the end of this Trisena. Use this time. This is potent time. Even though we're in Mercury retrograde, have no fear. Have no fear. You are creating and re-examining parts of yourself. You're being forced to. The energies, if you're following your natural cycles and rhythms, you're being forced to examine your innermost parts of yourself. Whether you want to or not, it's going to happen in some way, shape, or form. Now, let me take a moment to speak a little bit more about Mama Killa, which is an ally and asset to all of us at this time. Beautiful goddess. Mama Killa is the Incan goddess of the moon and presides over the power of cycles and seasons. The moon rules the night sky, returning full 13 times in a year, hence the 13-day moon cycle. The ancients marked time by the moon to know when to plant, when to harvest, when to store food, and when to celebrate fertility. Right now, you're being invited to see what is familiar and decide whether you need to improve on it or leave things just as they are. The answer to your inquiry can be found in the timing of things and the cycle you're in. You can apply the idea of the natural cycles to relationships, creative projects, personal growth, and more. If you are honest with yourself, which is why you want to go within and allow that process, you will see that there is no way to control these cycles, only to use the creative energy they offer to help you. No matter what, like the cycles of the moon, there is divine order in everything that is happening in your life right now. Once you know this, the goddess Mama Killa will welcomes you to her divine moon dance of co-creation. And we are co-creating every day, every moment with the universe. The choice is always yours. What choice are you going to make during this time? Go slow. Be kind to yourself. Love yourself. You are loved. You are lovable. And you are love. Be kind. You are fully supported by the universe if you choose to believe it. It is always a choice with you. Go within. Delve deep. Allow the process to happen. Go with the flow. Surrender to the flow of what is happening in your life. And of course, what is out of your control, let it be. Control what you can control. The choice is always yours, though. Remember who you are. Sometimes you may feel that life is out of sync and you're frustrated because things aren't happening the way you want them to. You may be wanting something to happen faster than it's meant to happen. Remember, there are cycles. There are cycles to things. This moon goddess, Mama Killa, knows cycles intimately. She's the moon goddess. The moon goes through waxing and waning cycles. Fully illuminated and then complete darkness. There are many phases. We are also going through cycles and phases just like the moon. She's letting you know. She'll let you know when it's time for the next phase. She is always on track with the cycles of creation, and you must trust this wisdom. The alignment task is for you to recognize and work with the natural cycles you are in. And you'll be amazed as the alignment with the rhythms of the universe allows you to once again co-create consciously and surrender to life on life's terms. This is the beautiful dance she offers to dance with us. So these two go in sync. And I thought it was beautiful. Thank you. I also want to point out this is number 32. 3 has to do with creative energy, the creation, co-creation. 2 also has to do with the polarity, the intuitiveness, following your intuition, which is also very in sync with the moon energy, your innermost being, going into the depths of yourself. You know who you are. Follow the cycles. We're coming back into alignment with the natural cycles as well. So we are in this period. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself and love yourself fully and allow the process to unfold. Start journaling. I feel like saying start journaling to those who are following their dream time experience. Sometimes if it's easier for you than writing, you don't feel like writing when you just woke up from a dream, use the voice messages in your phone, voice record, or speech to text, whatever way. The dreams that you're given, these messages that you're given, even if it seems confusing, you wake up, you're like, what did that mean? It's okay. Sometimes they'll unfold themselves and unveiling the messages days, weeks, even months later, even years at times. But they're messages and clues for you in the progress and where you are and what you're becoming. So write those down during this time. But also be aware, start to understand, I feel like saying, recognize when you may be lucid dreaming, when you are consciously aware in the dream. And when you realize you're consciously aware in the dream time matrix, realize you have power over your movements, your thoughts, your speech, and what you do. Take advantage of that. Realize what you're able to do and shape and create, even in dream time. Pay attention, look around, and write all those details down. Was it raining? Was it night, daytime, nighttime? Were there animals? Was there a breeze? Did you hear something? Who did you see? All of those details. They're telling messages to you. If you have any questions or would like to book a personal reading with me, you can always at rosaliesjourney.com, and I would be more than happy to assist. I also am offering a Mayan astrology session as well, if you want to go deeper into understanding the 13 moon cycles and where you fall in the cycles with that, and what are your main strengths according to the Mayan calendar. You can book that with me at rosaliesjourney.com. Thank you for listening. I hope this helped you on this 13-day cycle. And until next time, remember, you are loved, you are lovable, and you are love.